Do you feel like you're failing? Maybe you're failing in your career, your relationships, reaching your goals, or just life in general. Many people find themselves in this same situation. Why is it that well-meaning people start something with good intentions only to fail in the end? There are some common factors that lead many people to failure, and today we'll discuss the top 10 reasons you're failing. Reason number one, people don't have a plan, or they have a poorly thought out plan. Now, if you watch any of our videos, you probably knew planning was going to show up on this list. Most things in life, particularly achievements or success, don't happen by chance. They are a result of research and developing a plan. In the same way, the lack of planning often results in failure. The old cliche saying of failing to plan is planning to fail is accurate. Reason number two, you have no discipline. Maybe you've developed the plan, and maybe it's a great plan, but if you don't have the discipline to carry it out, then it's all for nothing. So many people get deep into planning, often spending weeks planning before ever starting the process. Then, a few days into the plan, they start to lose their discipline, and the plan falls apart. Discipline is what allows you to stay consistent and complete the tasks at hand, whether you want to or not. Many things people want in life take work, and you must be disciplined in that work, or you will often quit. Reason number three, you dismiss your own mistakes. Dismissing mistakes is a major issue for most people. Whether it's pride or just lack of awareness, people tend to gloss over mistakes that they have made. Mistakes are one of the best learning tools that we have. Whether we are embarrassed and don't want it to happen again, or we discover a flaw in our process, or we develop better ways of processing something, if you fail, don't just brush it off. Find out what you can learn from the failure and incorporate that into your future plans. Reason number four, having low self-esteem. Having low self-esteem can result in failure. I have found over the years that most people are capable of more than they think they are. Self-esteem is a hard issue to fix. It is a mental attitude and not a tangible asset that we can modify. If you are constantly questioning yourself and doubting your abilities, you will eventually start to believe that you are the doubts that you have. Often people will talk themselves into quitting before they've even had a chance to fail. Try using affirmations and positive thinking to shift your focus away from your flaws and towards your assets. Odds are you are in fact more capable than you think. You just tend to get in your own way. Reason number five, people have a lack of conviction. People will often fail because they don't really believe in what they're doing. If you can't commit your time and energy fully to a plan, then you will fail. To achieve success, you must be committed to the process. And this goes for all areas of life. If you don't really believe eating a no-sugar diet will help you lose weight, the odds of you maintaining that diet for any period of time is very, very slim. It's perfectly reasonable to question ideas, but if you're going to try something, commit to the idea and let it play out. Don't worry about if it will work or not. Just trust the process. Now, I feel I should caveat this to say, do your due diligence before starting something. But once you've decided to try it, commit 100% until you've seen what the results are going to be. Reason number six, excuses, excuses, excuses. This one could tie back to dismissing mistakes, but here we're talking about excuses for why things didn't work out or won't work out. I've never met anyone who didn't have an excuse. This isn't to say that excuses are always bad, but it does mean that they are a crutch for a lot of people. People blame anything and everything before taking responsibility themselves. Some even pre-plan their failure. Have you ever talked to someone who is about to start a workout plan, but before they even get going, they start talking about poor flexibility, hating the gym, or many other issues that they have? They are already developing excuses for why it didn't work before they've even started. Replace your excuses with reasons and action. Instead of excuses for why it won't work, identify some reasons why it will work and actions that will help you make it a reality. Reason number 7, people often lack humility. This may seem like an odd addition to this list, but so often people think they know it all. If you know it all, then there's no reason for you to learn. The minute you reach a point where you can no longer learn anything, you need to immediately make some life changes. We should all be lifetime learners, and the most successful among us never stop learning. It's this learning behavior that allows them to continue to grow, even when things around them are changing and shifting. You have to be humble enough to realize and accept that you have so much to learn. Reason number 8, we aren't persistent enough. Here we're not talking about consistency, which is doing something the same way over time. We're talking about being persistent, which means to continue doing something even when it gets difficult. This is that never quit mentality that so many successful people have. The start of a downward spiral to failure often starts in difficult times. Whether it's a plan that didn't work out, a setback of some sort, or even a non-related life event, when difficulties hit, we have to find ways to persist in our actions. Reason number 9, people often have fatalistic thinking. Fatalistic thinking is a success killer. To be fatalistic is essentially to believe everything is inevitable and out of your hands. With this kind of thinking, people are less likely to put in the long hours because, after all, it's already set and out of their hands. Additionally, people will chalk up failures or setbacks to being a sign that it isn't meant to be. You must work hard, overcome obstacles, and press on, even when it doesn't feel like it's meant to be. To resign ourselves to a life that we have no control over is the end of any successful pursuit, because hard work becomes irrelevant. Reason number 10, people have poor relationships. Everyone has experienced the benefit of having good connections. It may not have been to your benefit, but odds are you've seen someone benefit from a relationship they have. Whether they get a job, a promotion, selected for a team, or receive a discount on some product, having relationships with people can go a long way to achieving success. People who know you and can vouch for your quality and character are a huge asset to have out in the world. Having bad relationships can have the opposite effect. If you are constantly fighting with people, are labeled as selfish, or just generally unpleasant, then you will have to prove everything yourself. You certainly can achieve success without a lot of good relationships, but the journey will be exponentially harder. Think about these 10 reasons that so often cause people to fail, and come up with ideas to overcome them. Now, you may only struggle with 1 or 2, or you may struggle with all 10. Regardless, you need to plan on ways to avoid these common reasons for failure. If you can avoid these and continue toward success with just one step at a time, you will achieve your goals. Don't get in your own way, and be honest about where you struggle so that you can find ways to get better. If you like this content and you would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you are notified of any of our upcoming videos. We'll see you guys next time.